Hello everyone, what is up MHT crew? It is your girl LC. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and checking out my videos. I know I've been gone for a little minute, but I am back with some updates for you guys. So for today's video, we are going to kind of talk about my ear curation process and if I regret getting so many piercings done at the same time, and maybe some tips and tricks that I might have if you are thinking about getting multiple piercings. So if you are interested in my honest thoughts on this topic, then stay tuned. Okay, so to get started, to answer the big question, do I regret getting multiple piercings done at the same time? Well, for those of you that may not know or haven't been following my progress, I recently restarted my ear curation process at the beginning of this year. I got my conch piercing done on January 28th, I want to say, of this year. So it'll be 12 months next month. And then I got my daith in April, and then my flat and my tragus I got done like 3 weeks apart from each other. So I got it done in like June or July or something like that. So I now have a total of 10 piercings, by the way, a little side note. But yeah, so I'm gonna say the answer to that question for me is a little bit of yes. Well, more yes than no. There's pluses and minuses obviously to each. For me, the reason I say I do regret it a little bit, first I'll start off by saying I can be impulsive and impatient and stubborn. So I was inspired to kind of restart my ear curation process. The reason I say is because I already had my double helix and my double lobes done. So I had 6 piercings since I was like a kid and then into my teenage young adult. That was the last time that I had a piercing. Was like maybe 22, 23 years old was the last time I had a piercing. And then I started again this year. So that was well over a decade. That's the last time that I had a piercing. So what inspired me to restart my ear curation process was I happened to be watching this bomb TV show on Hulu starring Miss Brandy Norwood, or she was one of the stars of an ensemble cast, and I saw all of her beautiful piercings, and that was the first time that I had seen a brown woman with all these beautiful piercings. And I've always been a fan of piercings. I've always loved them, but I kind of didn't think about piercings for a while once I had got my double helix piercing. That was kind of like all I knew about. I didn't really do any research on any other ear piercings any other cartilage piercings that I could get, so I knew nothing about it. So then when I saw Miss Brandy with all of her piercings, I was like, oh, dope, let me look at that. So I started doing some research and I purchased some ear cuffs off of Amazon to kind of like, you know, play around with different things and see like maybe what I might want to try. And I played around with the conch. I had all of my piercings in that I had pierced at the time, just again to kind of jazz up this side, because again all I had was just my double lobes on this side. I did not have any cartilage piercings on this side. So again, just kind of balance it out. I knew that I was gonna have to add to this side, but I was really feeling this conch piercing on this side, so that was the first one that I got. And I do kind of wish that I would have waited a little bit before I had gotten this one, especially at the place that I got it done from. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's not like one of the better piercing shops. So yeah, no, I kind of wish that I would have waited, but again, like I said, I'm impulsive, stubborn, you know, I'm a tourist, so yeah, no, not that that really means anything, but so yeah, so I got my conch done, and then literally like 2 days after I got my conch, the problem started. And they just never stopped. So there's that. And then, I don't know why I was possessed to like get this side done. But that's what happened, was I ended up getting the rest of these piercings. And I kind of regret getting them done so close together, because again, like, your body is kind of spread out all over trying to focus on each of these wounds to try to heal them all at the same time. That's a lot for your body to have to kind of work through and process. So I do kind of wish that I would have waited a little bit to kind of figure out placement and like if I really want things there. But like I said, I'm impulsive, and so that is that. But I do still love my piercings. I don't regret the piercings that I do have, where they're at the moment, because it is what it is now. They here, okay? But I do love them, so I don't regret that. I just wish that maybe I would have given my body a little bit more time to kind of focus on being able to just heal, you know, one thing at a time rather than focusing on all of them at the same time. And that's kind of where the not so regret comes in, because even though like it does suck that the healing process has been really funky for all 4 of them at the same time, very challenging, and yeah, the plus side is that once they are all healed, they're all healed at the same time, so there's that. And then I don't have to worry about keep going back in and getting pierced and all that stuff, even though there are a couple of more piercings that I do still want. I don't know that I have it in me to go through the healing process again. So I don't know that I'm going to get any more piercings in the future. I may, but I don't know. So that's that on that. So for some of the tips and tricks that I have for the healing process, again, you want, everybody knows, but you want to leave your piercing the freak alone, okay? Just stop touching it. I know y'all saw me touching my piercing a little bit, but it really is the best thing to just not touch it. Leave it alone. Don't bother it. Again, try not to sleep on it. I noticed for me, my piercing bumps have appeared due to irritation. I have really sensitive ears, so they're irritated because of me sleeping on it. So after I slept on my ear, then pop, I'd have a piercing bump. So if you are going to get multiple piercings at the same time, maybe not get both of them, both sides done. Just saying, so that you can sleep comfortably on one side and not have to worry about it. Because I am a side sleeper and sleeping is just murder. So if you are going to get multiple piercings, just start on one ear and do it on one ear, not do both sides. Unless you're just going to be impulsive and stubborn like me, and then you're just going to suffer. Because you're going to suffer. It's just, it's a wound. So you're going to have some problems. Unless you're one of those lucky people and you just, I wasn't one of those people. Some of the oils that I have tried on my piercing bump to get rid of this bad boy. I've tried tea tree oil, and most recently I've been using lavender oil. Tea tree oil didn't really do anything for me other than burn my skin. Okay, but the tea tree oil, but the lavender oil has actually helped, and I really feel like the lavender oil is what's caused my piercing bump on the front here to like virtually be gone. I mean, it is so small, it's hardly there. It's so small compared to what it was. And I'll put a picture so y'all can see like the progress to where it's at now. So yeah, so try lavender oil. If you find that tea tree oil isn't working, try lavender oil. That seems to have been working for me. So try that. Also, I do actually recommend, with a piercing bump, one thing I do heavily recommend, before you even try doing the oil actually, is you want to make your own solution. So distilled water, non-iodized sea salt, okay? 2 important things. Make sure you get the right proportions. More salt does not mean that it's going to make the solution stronger. It's just going to irritate your ear more if you have more salt than you need. So make sure that you get the right proportions, the right measurements, all of that stuff. So I would recommend making your own solution, then soaking it in some cotton swabs or some cotton balls, and then just setting the cotton swab on your piercing for 20-30 minutes. I've even left it in overnight, and when you take it off, it's just a bunch of like gook and, you know, pus and all that stuff, because it's really kind of pulling all of that stuff out of your piercing. It's draining your piercing. So I would recommend trying that a couple of weeks first to kind of drain all that stuff out of your piercing bump. Then try the oil and see if that works out for you. I found that that has worked pretty good for me. So at first, when I tried the lavender oil on my daith did not like the lavender oil, so I just stuck with the tea tree oil. But now my daith seems to be okay with the lavender oil. So again, just listen to your body, especially when it comes to those two oils. Which one does your piercing like? Which one does it get irritated with? Because I tried both and not each of my piercings responded well to them. My flat and my tragus and my conch have responded really well to the lavender oil. My daith took a little bit of time to kind of get used to lavender oil, so I had to use lavender on the 3 and then tea tree on the 1 for a little bit. So again, listen to your body and figure out, you know, what works best for your body. With your new piercings, please make sure that you are following the cleaning instructions and cleaning your piercings 2 to 3 times a day, whatever your piercer suggests, okay? Like, it's a brand new piercing, it's a brand new wound in your body. You don't want to be leaving that thing, like, not touched at all, not getting any of the crusties out or anything. If you're not going to use any solution or any of that stuff on your brand new piercing, that's fine, but make sure that you are at least cleaning it, like in the shower, just letting the shower water hit your ear to clean it out, get all that gunk and stuff out of there. And if that's all you're gonna do, fine. I have heard of the, is it like Litha method? Leave it the hell alone. that is a thing that people have tried and have found success. So if you are one of those people that is trying that method, don't just not do anything at all, because we sweat, we've got oil in our hair and our skin, all that stuff. So just don't not ever like wash it. Make sure that you do actually clean out your piercing. So I shower daily. So in the shower in the morning, I just let the water hit my piercings, you know, clean it up. And sometimes that's all I do is just let the shower water clean it, clean it with the, you know, cotton swab, get all the gunk out. And then that's it. That's it for the day. So, but again, my piercings are like several months old. They're not like brand new baby, but they are still new. So I do still follow my cleaning regimen. I do still try to keep them clean and up to date and everything. And I do try not to sleep on them to cause any irritation. But again, they are still healing. So, you know, make sure that you follow your cleaning regimen, whatever that may be. So those are my thoughts. Those are my tips and tricks. If you like that content, please leave a like. And if you have any tips or tricks, or if you thinking about getting multiple piercings, or if you had multiple piercings at the same time and you have any tips or tricks or suggestions, please leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to check it out. And until next time, bye guys. Sorry, this is my dog. Guys, say hi to the people. Okay, enough.